The project we're making today is a faux neon light. First, the items that you've received in your kit. You will have two templates. One is a palm tree, the other is a cactus. If you'd like to find something or design something of your own, that's perfectly fine. Just remember that these fine details here will not come out in the project. It's just going to be a general outline there, not all the delicate lines there. So whatever project you choose, make sure that it will look good with those limitations, and also that you have enough of the EL light to make the project. Which brings us to the next thing in your kit would be the EL light string. There are different colors, so I'm not sure which color you will have received. And there's a battery box and some batteries. So we can go ahead and put those batteries in there. No, we're not going to connect it to the EL light string yet because it's easier to work with when it's not connected. So we'll just slide that in. You have a plastic mesh screen, and this is what we're going to be applying the lights to. And you have some wire. And what you're going to do is cut lengths of about, which reminds me, the two things that you'll need to provide are the wire cutters to cut the wires with, and then some tape to tape the template on. So go ahead and take your wire cutters. You're going to cut about 2 inches of wire off. And this is something I recommend you do ahead of time, is to just bend that into a curve like that, because you're going to be connecting the wires onto the EL light onto the mesh with these wires, and it's easier if you have them shaped ahead of time. So go ahead and cut about 20 to 25 of those for your project. Okay, the wire I'm going to be using is a white light. When you're starting out, let's see, first we're going to want to take, I've decided to do the cactus for mine. And you're going to take that onto your board, center it where you want it, and just tape it along the top, because you'll need to be able to flip that up and down while you're working on it. I'm going to put that in the center, put a couple pieces of tape on just to hold it on there while I'm doing my project. When you're deciding where to start, remember that this is going to be a light that you're either going to hang up or prop against something. So I'm going to leave a length of wire before I start my actual connecting it onto my frame, because I want a little bit of a length so that when my battery pack is connected to this, I can put it on a shelf or place it on a desk or something, so that I'm not, if I start the project right here, my battery pack is going to be right here, and I won't have very many options as to where I can put this. So I'm going to give myself some length before I start attaching this to my screen. You might want to take a minute just to outline your project, and because the light is going to come in, I'm going to put like a landscape on the bottom of my picture. So I'm just going to make sure that I have enough cord or light string to do my entire project. So I'm just going to roughly outline it with my cord. And I do have enough to complete it. So let's go ahead and get started attaching this. I'm going to take my first clip and put it right at the edge of my screen. So you're going to just use the 2 holes in the screen, and then on the reverse side, take your clip and just fold them over to make a flat surface like that. And find the next spot where you're going to attach it. You don't have to use a whole lot of clips to do this, just enough so that the string stays in position of where you want it. This wire is very bendable. On the EL light, you don't want to put the clips in too tight. You don't want to crimp the wire. You're just holding it in place. You also don't want to make too sharp of a bend in it. That's why this cactus works out nice. It's very rounded. And your light wire doesn't have to be exact on your template. That's just a guide for you. And if you notice, like here, it's bunching out a little bit, I've left enough room that I can pull that wire up and get it straightened out. Now when you come to a longer length, like coming up on this branch here, what I do is I put the clip at the top of where it's going to curve, and then to keep it from bulging out, then I'll put another one midway just to make it a nice straight line there. When you're going around this arch here, the wire will naturally make a loop like that, so you don't have to put a lot of clips in it, just one at each end of the arch, and it will take the shape real nice there. Okay, and then I'm going to work that wire, and I'll put another one midway to hold it straight going up on that length of the cactus. And then it does a nice arch there. Branch to do here. Okay, as you see, my template has fallen off, but that's okay. So I can tell where it is just by laying it on top. It is going to be doubled on the bottom here. I think I'm just going to think I'm just going to put a clip in there to keep those two wires together. And I'm going to go off to the side on this side as well. All right, so there we have it. A few more things to do here. I'm going to take the template away. I'm going to take my battery pack with the batteries in it. I'm going to attach it now. There are two prongs on this side, so when you connect your battery pack, make sure that the prongs go into the two holes. There's a right side up and upside down. Just slip that in there. Before we finalize it, I'm just going to turn that on, see how it looks, see if I want to make any changes. I think I like it. I like the way it has a little bit of curves to it. I don't want it absolutely straight because that's not the way cactus really are. Now on your power button, if you press your button again, it will give a different effect on the lights, and then press it one more time and it will be flashing. Now the last thing you need to do, now I've already cut my light. I've been doing several projects seeing which one I like best. You are able to cut this this wire and it will still work, believe me. It's got a little cap on the end. You can pull that off. Now I like to leave a little tail on there that I just bring around to the back, but then with that extra wire, you can just take your wire clippers, cut that right off, and then put the cap back on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this wire from the front here. I don't think that will be too obvious. I just don't like the way it looks if you when you end it right at the end there, because this side goes off. I like to have that one have a little bit of a tail. And there you are, you're all done. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next month.
Next month's Try Your Hand is this faux mounted bug for Halloween. If you are interested in doing this project, there is a link down in the description below where you can sign up and get your kit. All right, so we'll see you for next time's Try Your Hand.